So, sir, welcome to Berlin, first of all. It's good to have you here.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Akar, wir holen dich hier raus.
Is it your first time over here, or?
No, I was here a long time ago, 12 years back, briefly for a film called Equilibrium that I shot.
So is there any memory from Berlin that you brought back and told your family about?
Not that I can recall. We were shooting in a very industrialized part of Berlin, so I didn't really get a chance to see the city.
So maybe today, or are you leaving?
No, on Saturday.
Oh.
I'm going to check it out.
Oh, very cool. I mean, you and Wentworth are actually the reason why I'm very, very sad about the fact that I don't have a brother.
Oh, really? It's very sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I think it's one of the reasons why Prison Break is so successful, because of the dynamic between the brothers, and you're touching on the universal theme, love. How far would you go for a loved one? And I think that resonates with a lot of people.
And maybe it was an advantage that it was actually a TV show, a series, and not a movie. I think you have to create the environment for a long period to make this work. Well, actually, it worked for me. I was very sad at the end of season 4.
Yeah. Yes, I guess doing TV, you get the opportunity to explore story in great detail. So there's that advantage of unfolding chapters within the show.
When did you realize that there could be another season after season 4? Was it like a short period after season 4, or?
No, once the show finished, we all went our separate ways, and it was only when I was reunited with Wentworth on The Flash that we started speaking about the possibility of revisiting Prison Break. So Wentworth and I took the idea to Fox that we were interested, and before you knew it, Fox had greenlit the show, and we were shooting for pretty much after that.
What was the nicest feedback? I mean, some people were like, oh my God, there has to be another season. And some people were like, I mean, the show is over. Can't they just leave it like that? So what was the nicest feedback that you got when you said there is going to be another season?
Well, I mean, as soon as the announcement was made that there was going to be another season, the fans just started to freak out again. And we knew that was going to be the case, because Prison Break, as I said before, is this hugely popular show around the world, and the fans are so invested in the show that it just made sense that they would be, beside themselves once the reboot was announced.
When you signed for the show, did you ever expect it to be like such a worldwide hit?
No, I expected the show to do quite well in America. The worldwide hit thing was beyond any of our imaginations. In America, the show is a solid show. It does well in the ratings, but internationally, it's a phenomenon, and I think that's one of the reasons why Fox is so invested in the show.
Do you remember your very first audition for Prison Break?
I do. I was coming off another show, and I got a call from Gail Berman, the head of Fox at the time, and she got me to read opposite Wentworth in her office when Brett Ratner was there and Paul was there, the writer. And I did the audition, and I came out, and before I knew it, I had the job. I was pretty much sealed in the room that day I walked in. Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that?
It was very cool. Yeah, it was a very, 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 very exciting moment in my career.
The story how you became actually an actor is like a huge inspiration, I think, because you didn't have a family that was involved in the entertainment industry, and you all started by yourself. So when you look back on the day you started to think that acting would be the right choice, how do you feel about it now?
Well, again, I just see myself as being very fortunate in that I actually am one of the few actors that make a living out of it. My business is very competitive, and I think it's 98% unemployment or thereabouts for actors, and only 2%, 1% actually can make a living out of it. So I'm very fortunate, and I'm always reminding myself to be gracious and stay humble about it, because you never know what's going to happen.
I mean, the fans are totally freaking out. The premiere is on Saturday in Germany for the German episode of it. Do you think that Prison Break will show that the show will win over a new crowd of fans?
I hope so, but what I do know is that we have a new generation of fans because of Netflix, and I think that just adds to the original base we had. So I'm expecting it to bring in a bigger audience. I mean, I don't see why that wouldn't be inevitable.
Can you tell us something about you and Wentworth, maybe that nobody else knows, maybe something funny that happened that you guys haven't told anybody before?
No, I'd like to keep all that stuff private.
What was the most intense day on set for you while working on Prison Break?
I think the scene where I was sent to the electric chair in the first season, that was pretty heavy.
And what was your funniest moment?
When Wade, the character Bellick, ad-libbed a line. Wade Williams ad-libbed a line, and the line was something along the lines of, "You guys just sit right there. I'm going to the toilet." He'd managed to capture us in season 2 or 3. I think it was season 2. And he ad-libbed, changed the line to, "You boys just stay there. I got to go and drop a deuce." So, and Wentworth and I broke character, and we just laughed uncontrollably. And it took us such a long time to get that scene done.
Is it actually true that you don't like red carpets?
Yeah, I don't like. No, yeah, it's true. I find them uncomfortable. But it's a necessary part of my business, so I do them. I do them reluctantly, but it's just part of the job. I have friends who are also actors, and a couple of friends that are big movie stars, and they'll invite me to their premieres, and I never do the red carpet. I'm always finding the back way out, much to the consternation of publicists and people.
I guess some friends of yours have seen already, like this, maybe the entire season or a couple of episodes. So what was the feedback from family and friends so far?
Everyone's really stoked. The fans are beside themselves. They're so excited. They loved the opening episode. We got them. We got the fans back. I mean, they will continue to tune in, and I expect the show to gain more strength as the season progresses. And these days we have the networks, TV stations, and and so forth are interested in the +3, +7s, which is 3 days after and 7 days after with the DVR. People these days tend to record TV rather than watch it on the night. So I'm pretty positive that the strength of the show will just be shown even more so.
Okay, thank you, sir. A lot of success for the next season. And Wentworth, if you should see this, hi. We would like to meet you next time when you show up in Berlin. Take care.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.